Is doubt a sign of lack of faith in your life? Let's talk about that for a minute. During the Great 50 Days, the times after Jesus was resurrected and before his ascension and the day of Pentecost, Jesus spent 50 days with his disciples, and he met with them. He did all sorts of things with them. And Luke's gospel records one instance when Jesus was with his disciples, and it was the first time that they saw him in Mass. And it says they were filled with joy and they doubted. And they were wondering about what's going on. They were filled with joy and they doubted. There was faith, absolutely. Jesus is in their midst. They were excited that he had been resurrected, did not know what all that meant, and there were still doubts in their lives. Faith and doubt were coinciding. Now, I wonder how often that we embrace that our life of faith is going to include some times of doubt. It is absolutely natural and it is normal. And if you needed to hear that this morning, believe me, you are not alone. It is okay for times in our lives that doubts arise and things that we do not quite understand and we have a wonder about. And it's okay if we ask questions. And if Jesus is big enough to allow his disciples in the midst of the beginning of a whole new season of ministry to have some doubts, isn't it okay for us to do that as well? Maybe we need to be reframing what it is to be a person who has from time to time doubts. And rather than seeing it as a lack of faith, seeing it as an avenue for grace. Maybe it's one of the cracks that the light can shine through and illumine our path. Maybe we begin to look at doubt as the areas that we're doubting or have questions about is the area that God's leading us to have a breakthrough so that our faith can grow and then we could be more effective and useful for him and for those people around us. It sure was that way with the disciples. They had some things to work through after the resurrection of Jesus Christ. There's a lot to understand, and he was patient with them. He continued to meet with them and give them promises that he wasn't about to leave them. Their faith and their doubt were right there hand in hand, and it was growing them forward. It was allowing them to become the people that he needed them to be. The thing I worry about in a person's life is not doubt, it's apathy. Apathy is a faith killer. When we begin to not care anymore, our faith begins to slip away if it hasn't already gone. But doubt, on the other hand, I see that as a vital part of faith. It is a sign that God's still at work and the Holy Spirit is still in the middle of our lives. Can faith and doubt exist? You betcha. Matter of fact, they have to. It's a sign that we still have farther to grow and Jesus has more to do in our lives. So if you're a person this morning has doubt, if you have some questions about what does this all mean and how does it all work, believe me, A, you're not alone, and B, God is big enough and understanding and patient enough to hear all of that. And those are the questions that if you will give time and energy and dedicate yourself to, I believe those will be the places, your places of doubt will be the places that your breakthroughs will happen. I hope you have a great day.